What's up, everybody? Welcome in to King's Court. I'm your man, King Real. Today over here, we're getting ready for the holidays, so I figure, we bless everybody with a treat. I am joined by the one and only, one of the best basketball cappers I know out here, college basketball cappers I know out here, soccer cappers I know out here, man. Everybody, let's welcome BMOC, the big man on campus to King's Court, man.
Oh man. Hey, listen, right now I'm not either of those. I'm not doing too well in either, but I appreciate you burying the hatchet, my friend. We come on, we break some bread, we have some fun, we talk turkey. That's what we do over here. I'll shout out to all the people. I'm really not that bad, I promise. You can learn to like me, I promise. And I can learn to like King Rail as well. Let's have some fun, Rail. Let's talk a little basketball.
For sure. Let's talk some basketball, man. Thank you again for joining. Yeah, man. It's all about the profit, man. We all about winning, and it's all about entertaining and keeping the people happy, man. So we brought this show together right now for you guys to talk some sports and get to it. Hey, big man, I know you're not a big NBA bettor, man, but we got the Philly game that did come on and just started a little while ago.
Let me say something, okay? Let me say something, because I think this was the last loss in translation. I love the NBA. I'm a big Sixer fan. I just have a different way of betting it personally, as opposed to maybe other people. But I definitely think, when it comes to betting and looking at raw, because you're basically the go-to, and I respect you for that. I think that's admirable when you can have a passion for a sport like that and know it like the back end. That's what you have to do, and that's how you become a great bettor. So I definitely don't want that to get lost in translation. I just cap the NBA a bit differently than most, but yeah, I'll let you continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I hear what you're saying. I've heard that point from several people telling me NBA is not something they want. They like to cap day by day. They pick their spots, and I credit you on that. I mean, you're smart, so I'll take your opinion on that. But my question is about Markelle Fultz. You in Philadelphia. I heard today a little while ago, about an hour ago, that he asked for a trade, or his agent asked for a trade over there. We may not see him again in the Philadelphia jersey. Your thoughts on that, man?
Well, he could go down as the biggest bust in NBA history. And in fact, he might go down as the biggest bust. He has gotten absolutely destroyed here over the last week or so, because in this town, we don't put up with this kind of stuff. Markelle Fultz has been basically a problem since he was drafted. He has no shoulder injury. That's complete bullshit. He's not injured whatsoever. He's just a weak individual, and he can't face the fact that right now, they have to go out and win games, and they can't coddle him for years on end. Markelle Fultz is a great player at Washington. The kid had a terrific shot. It's funny, though, because when you see him on video, we always see him dunking and all this sort of stuff. He's just a weak individual whose mother and agent basically tell him what to do, and he listens to it. It's a complete failure. They were got by the Celtics with this trade, and they're going to have to pay the price, because they're lucky that they went out and got Jimmy Butler, because I don't know where the hell this team would be. I just want Fultz to go away. The problem is nobody wants Markelle Fultz. Everybody knows the baggage that comes with this guy. He's been a complete failure, and he has no jump shot. Who would want this guy? You're going to just have to scrap him at this point, and get nothing back. Try to get some kind of randomness back. But it has been a complete mess with this guy. What a complete joke.
Yeah, when you bring up his mother situation, it kind of reminds me of like him being the Eli Apple of the NBA, or something like that.
That's a good point. Over there. That's a great point.
Over there with Philly. Yeah, and I don't like it. Like, he's averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds a game. I mean, that's nothing right there. You can see it in the kid's face. He's up there bobbling free throws now, and not even knowing how to shoot. He done lost everything. He's lost in translation over there right now. He doesn't know if he's an NBA player or not. You know what I mean? And I'm confused. I mean, I don't know what you guys can get over there in Philly now. You guys gotta let people go already. And now you brought in Butler. I didn't even see that coming. That was a shocker to me. I didn't see no news about it happening. And then boom, Butler was over there. So that's great. But you guys are still missing something. Do you let folks go for a draft pick? Do you just say, fuck it, let them walk away from maybe a second round?
I got to be honest. I think if you can get anything from Markelle Fultz at this point, I think you have to consider it. I mean, the guy is not built for this town, unfortunately. When you play in Philadelphia, you play in New York, you play in some of these markets on the East Coast, the fans are the fans, and they're going to get at you if you don't play well. And if you're in this case not even playing, you're making up excuses. You're doing this, doing that. We've given Markelle Fultz a long time to get right. And listen, King, at the end of the day, We've had to deal with this constantly. We've put up with a lot of bullshit with this team. Every player gets injured that comes in. Look at our draft pick last year, Zaire Smith. He hasn't played a minute. This is what we have to deal with. And I got to be honest, I think as Sixer fans, we're getting sick of it. And at this point, this team is winning games. They have a trifecta that's working right now. Get away and go away. Because at this point, all he has become is a distraction. If I'm the brass of the Sixers, I think they have pretty much cut ties. I think Brett Brown is sick of it. And I would imagine if they can get anything back for him at this point, I think you got to look at doing it, because at this point, he's not helping you win games. He's just a distraction.
Well, ask you percent-wise, you think, scale of 1 to 10, do you think we've seen him the last time we've seen folks in the last Sixers jersey the other day? That's the last time we see him playing for the 76ers, or you think he'll be back sometime?
I mean, these comments today, if true, don't help him whatsoever. You look at his shoulder injury he has. I don't buy it. I would say 0. I don't think we ever see him again in Philadelphia. I don't know how you could. I don't know how you could figure it at this point. The Athletic is basically a very reliable source at this point. They're basically one of the highest end media sources in sports right now. They're owned by Bill Simmons. They're not. They don't put out garbage. They're not the. Or not, they don't. Bill Simmons doesn't own them. He owns the Ringer. But either way, they don't put out bad shit, bad info. I would say we don't see him again.
No doubt, no doubt. And we got a game that's getting ready to start up over here too, man. So we're gonna keep it over in the East with you, man. Knicks and Celtics. Hayward made me play like crap lately as well. He has not looked like himself since he came back from that injury. He's shooting 38% from the field. He's down to 9 points a game. Even his threes is down from 36% to 28%. Do you see him on the move from the Celtics? They should cut ties with him real soon, or you think?
I would have thought maybe you would consider moving him in the offseason. I didn't really understand. I mean, you know this. I mean, there's only one basketball. I mean, you can only play. Only one person can shoot. You have a lot of players there right now. You have a lot of good players there. I would probably definitely try. As far as this game. I'm not really sure why you would lay it with the Boston Celtics. I mean, you look at this team; they've only won 2 games this year by 20 or more points, or by 14 or more, whatever which is what this number is. I'm kind of a fan of this young Knicks team. I know they don't win a ton of games, but I think down the road, I think they have the right coach. I think they have a nice little core there. They hang in games. They play well. You look at the first game these two teams played this season, 103-101. They're right in the game. This Knicks team can score. I mean, Tim Hardaway's played really well for them. Trey Burke's been solid. I think Enes Kanter and Vonleh are really solid. So, yeah, you also look at some of the things going on in Boston. I mean, Al Horford's been hobbled. Terry Rozier's sending out cryptic tweets and stuff. You get the Hayward stuff that you mentioned. I think there's a lot of points in the NBA. And to be honest, I'd only really consider laying this kind of number with like a Warriors, frankly.
Yeah, no, I agree with you totally. I went to my sportsbook earlier in my book. He was telling me, he said, everybody wants us to bet. They want us to bet the Knicks. And I'm watching them people making bets in the sportsbook, but the line's still going up. So everybody putting money on the Knicks, but the line was still going up to the Celtics, which had me confused in this spot. Like you said, the Hayward problem is he's used to being a scorer, facilitator back in Utah. Now he's over here in Boston, and he's back over here on the team that these young guys played without the 2 stars last year, and they used to go out there balling. Smart, Rozier, the rest of them. There's not enough basketballs to go around for him. He's a scorer, and now he's not. He don't get as many touches, and when he does get touches, he seems lost. He doesn't know if he's supposed to pass it now, or if it's the play designed for him, or what to do over there. And they have to go. I mean, their defense is still pretty good in Boston. They're only allowing 103 points a game. But the Knicks last night, to me, they put up a fight against the Portland Trailblazers. And that's what I saw. Like you said, Trey Burke, he's playing like a star. Kanter, he's doing a little bit of whining too. He was mad about his minutes with Robertson and stuff like that over there. And Fitz still has his hands full with this Knicks team because we really don't have a star. Their star is Porzingis, and you don't have a timetable on when he even comes back. And then they got the rookie who they drafted knowing what an injury. We already have another star with an injury. I'm confused on this Knicks ball club as much as I am on this Boston team right now. I think Boston gets –
real quick, if I could just say, and I think you make great points. And for me, and I don't know about you, but for me, if I'm looking at the NBA and I see a number like this, I'm generally going to take the points, no matter who it is. I just think in the NBA, it's like in the NFL. Laying double digits is not a good way to win games consistently. These are professionals at the end of the day. And that's why, arguably, I've mentioned before, one of my favorite things to do in the NBA is bet on a team without their star. Most markets will overreact with that. We have to remember, and you know this, there are about 450 players in the NBA. These are the greatest 450 players in the world, okay? They're terrific. They're going to step up when someone else is out. And I look at a game similar to this with this game. I just think it's too many points. The Knicks could get killed in this game. They could lose 115-90. But I think for me, when I'm getting above, let's say 11 or 12, it's hard to not just take the dog. And to add in, like you said, some of the problems that the Celtics may be experiencing off the court, it makes it almost really hard to pass up, even without a go-to scorer.
Exactly. I know I want to pick your mind on some college hoops real quick, but we're going to lead into the college with this next team that I want to ask you about. But not this next team, but two players in particular, Sexton and Young. Have you had time, the opportunity to watch both of these guys play over the last 15 games they played? Any opinion on either one of them? Do you see somebody making it or lasting longer in the league than the next? Because I do have my opinion. I think Young is a better player so far from Sexton, but I want to hear your opinion on that.
Yeah, I don't know how much people know this, but one of my favorite things to kind of look over is college players going to the NBA. I do an entire mock draft. I pretty much know every player that's went into the league over the last 10 years and could probably break them down. I was very high on Sexton coming into the league. I thought from a basketball IQ perspective, I'd followed him all the way from a high school in Georgia. He's a terrific basketball IQ player. He's tough. He's a warrior-like approach to the game. But I think we also have to realize, this Cavs team, both these players, the problem is there's just not a ton of talent around them. It's hard to facilitate and be that great player when you're playing against NBA players, plus you don't have a ton around you to help you. When you're playing in Alabama, you're the best player on the team, and you could just take over and dominate bad teams. It's the NBA now. If I'm looking at both these players, I think they'll both have fine careers. Unfortunately, they have to kind of get used to the NBA game, the pace of the game, the speed of the game. And Sexton actually lately has actually played pretty well. You look at his last few games. He's doing some distributing. He's becoming that go-to player. As far as Trae Young, I'm not sure that he's an NBA type of star. I just think he's too small. He doesn't have people will compare him to Steph Curry. That's an easy and lazy approach, frankly. He's a good shooter, but he's streaky. He's not a great defender. You have to look at what he did at Oklahoma. There was a reason that this group was one of the worst defensive teams in the country. They were led by him. It wasn't easy. He's not a good defender, and he's on a bad team. I would look at the better player long-term to be Sexton. I just think Trae Young's a bit of a one-trick pony. I don't know how much else he can do. Plus, he's a horrible defender.
Yeah, I looked at Young like you hit with that Steph Curry comparison. That's all I was hearing when he coming out of college, and that's why I think Atlanta pushed and went and got him. It should have kept Luka, if you ask me. That's just my personal opinion when it comes to Young. Young is only shooting 24% from deep right now, and that's what everybody's prided him on, coming out, being a three-point shooter and being that next Steph Curry. I really don't see it in his ball play right now, but he did have a club over there that was hurt, injured to begin with. He finally starting to get pieces back, like Dedmon and Collins are back. But when I look at the Sexton numbers, man, Sexton over the 15 games and 5 starts, he has 33 turnovers, 36 assists, and in 15 games, only 7 steals. And everybody put down Lonzo Ball right now. Lonzo Ball is in his, second year, correct? Ball right now has 79 steals, 78 assists, 27 turnovers, and 79 rebounds in 15 games. I'm just wondering, why isn't Sexton doing that over there with the Cavaliers? Because he should have the opportunity.
I think the key is there, and this is a big key. Ball's in his second season. I think you really – and I could say to Trae Young's only shooting 24% from 3. I think it's very tough to come right into this league, no matter your talent level, unless you're – you look at every player coming into the league, there is a bit of a waiting period. You don't generally come in as a rookie and just kill it right away. I think these kids will both be fine. I just worry a bit more about Young because I don't know how else – does he have a game other than shooting the ball? That's my question. Can he get to the hoop? Can he stay upright? Can he stay healthy? I mean, he's a little guy. He's only 6'2". He's kind of not frail, but he's 180 pounds. He's a small guy. I hear you on both. I just think we need a little more time with these guys. They're on bad teams. They'll get there. I think it's going to take some time, but all these guys, they're going to take their lumps. Mikal Bridges, he's another one. Mikal Bridges won't get a lot of love, but I think long-term, he was one of my favorite players in the draft because not only can he shoot, he can space the floor. He's got an NBA body. It's perfect for the league right now, but he is one of the best defenders in that class. He's a guy that I like long-term, but these two, they'll be fine. They'll get their weight, but the problem is, can Trae Young be anything else than a shooter?
You're right. I see Trae Young maybe coming off the bench in the next 3 or 4 years if he doesn't develop more. He needs to put on some muscle, learn to attack. It seemed like he's afraid of contact, you ask me. And like I said, I've always been saying this about him being so small. He gets stuck on them ball screens. You can easily lose him as a defender when he's defending you on them screens, easily get him picked off and you to the lane. So I've watched that this year from this Atlanta Hawks team. But I got to the first early games, and we touched on that. Now let's go on to some college. Duke took their first loss today, man. Your thoughts on that Duke loss? I mean, is Duke overrated, or did they just get outplayed today?
I think they were outplayed by a better team. I mean, if you look at large parts of this game, Duke was getting destroyed defensively. I mean, I think Gonzaga is the best team in the country. We also have to remember, for anyone that's not aware, Gonzaga is playing without their best player. He's hurt right now. So you got to throw him back into the mix. They're a scary basketball team. They're very good defensively, which we saw late. I think as far as overrated, I don't think they're overrated. I just think they're very dependent on transition offense. When you get them in the half court, which was clear today, they weren't great. They're also a team, King Rail, that you have to remember, it seems like every time they play a game, they're in the bonus with 10 minutes to go. That's not going to happen. At least it shouldn't happen. It usually does with them. But I don't think they're overrated. I think they just faced a team that was better than they are. And I think, we also have to point out, and I believe this, I think Mark Few, Gonzaga's coach, is the best coach in the country when it comes to a game-by-game basis. He prepares better than anybody. He shut down transition today, and that's exactly what you have to do against Gonzaga. Gonzaga, with the schedule they have, it will surprise me if they lose more than one game this year. The conference they're in is one they'll beat every team in. Plus, they're without their best player. Once he comes back, there's not a lot of teams that will beat them. In fact, there are maybe one or two.
The reason I ask you overrated too, because I'm looking at the mock draft for next year. They got Zion 1, RJ 2, and Cam 3. They got Zion to the Cavs, RJ to the Hawks, and Cam to the Suns. To me, that's a little too early to predict them going that high. Now, Zion, I see him going 1 automatic. I think the kid's a beast as a freshman. I think he came in there and Duke know how to draft their players, and he plays like he's NBA ready right now. It's just a little early to me to call. I'm hearing everybody in Vegas saying, oh, Duke is going to win it all this year. Duke is going to win it all this year. But like another ball club that's out here, Virginia. Virginia surprised me this year too. They've beaten teams by almost, 40 points already this year. And they have a tough one tonight, I think, personally against Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee probably can hang on with Green and Scurry. I don't know. I mean, your thoughts on that game? If you have – can you compare those ball clubs like Virginia?
Yeah. No, that's the draft point. I think is interesting. I would take RJ Barrett over anybody, and I'm going to tell you, I thought Hachimura tonight. Last year I touted this kid a lot. I said next year he'd be a draft pick. I think he's a top 5 pick after tonight. That was an incredible performance by him, the young Japanese kid for Gonzaga. But tonight's game, I wouldn't be so quick to back Middle Tennessee. It's a large number, but you have to remember this Virginia team is, to me, the best defensive team in the country. They always are. This will be a total dogfight. But the problem with Middle Tennessee, this is not the same Middle Tennessee State team. They lost their coach, Kermit Davis. They lost stars like Giddy Potts. He's gone. Nick King, he's gone. This is a team also that's had major issues turning the basketball over. You look at the fact of Virginia, they're turning their opponents over almost 25% of the time. That's pretty unreal, frankly. They have an NBA player in DeAndre Hunter. They have star shooters in Jerome and Guy. Middle Tennessee is not the team they've been in the past. This team is not going to the NCAA tournament. This team is not doing anything long-term. And I mean, Virginia defensively, they're just. I wouldn't bet against them just because they're just so maddening to bet against, because you'll look up and it's 6 minutes to go and you have 12 points. I mean, that's how good they are defensively. I think they could win the title. In fact, I bet it in Vegas when we were out there. I wouldn't be in a rush to take any points in this game.
I wish you would have spread that damn Wilson right there. I would have hopped on him too, just for the shit of it, man. Shits and giggles. I would have made me a bet on that. Take it away.
Here's the thing, King Real. I think sometimes you have to think to yourself, when I bet this game in an hour, am I going to be sitting there wanting to pull my fucking teeth out? And I think you're going to do that if you bet this game. Now, I'll be honest. I have had an absolutely historically terrible start to the basketball season, which will even out because, listen, I think I'm the best in the world when it comes to college basketball. But that's how I sometimes look at it. I don't want you to, again, if you feel the play's good, I would do it. But Virginia is a brutal team to bet against because they're just so good defensively. Plus, you also have to remember, in the last 4+ seasons under Tony Bennett, they have been very good laying more than 20 points. I want to say they've covered 65% of the time laying that sort of number. So, but I also will preface this and say this is not Coppin State either. Coppin State, they played and held to like 35 points. Coppin State are one of the worst teams in the country. So I don't know that I'd put that much stock into their schedule, but Middle Tennessee's not what they once were.
Got you. But I know you're going to get out of here real soon, but I got two more questions for you. Well, a question and then a conversation, if you don't mind. When we talked earlier about Sexton, I know this Cavaliers team does need a new coach. They're looking for a coach right now. Is there any college coach that you could possibly see come in and coaching this Cavaliers team, a fresh face? Me, if you ask me, I was thinking about maybe a Bobby Hurley, a Bill Self from Kansas. Those type of people may be coming over to the Cavaliers and giving that young team they have over there some life and identity. Do you see anybody maybe coming who the Cavs may reach out to in the college right now to come over there and coach them?
If I were them, I would holler at Eric Musselman out at Nevada. Eric Musselman has turned Nevada into a elite program. He's also been a guy that's coached in the NBA before. He coached under, I want to say Billy Donovan. He coached for the Warriors. He coached for the Grizzlies. He was an assistant. I actually want to say he may have even been the head coach out at Golden State, early 2000s. He would be the guy I would look to. I think he's a guy that I think is young enough. These players get him. I'll be honest, Rail. If I were the Cavaliers, they'll never do this. I would call David Blatt. I don't know why David Blatt was ever fired. Frankly, I think it's a disgrace that he was. But that's the kind of pull LeBron James has. David Blatt is a good coach, and he took them to the NBA Finals. He got a raw deal in Cleveland. They'll never do it, but that's who I would call. But no, if I'm looking at a college coach, it would be Eric Musselman out at Nevada. He's been in the NBA before. He's led men, and I think he can go right back to the league and be quite successful.
Nevada team too. So I'm glad you did bring up Nevada, man. You see them making it to the Final Four?
No, I don't. I think they're very overrated going to the season. I think they had major issues defensively. They're good. I don't see them as a Final Four type of team. They've been vastly overrated coming into the season. They're very good. They'll win the Mountain West. They'll probably go to the Sweet 16, but I think that's for me where I would pencil them out. I don't look at them as an elite program. It's very difficult as a mid-major to do what they're trying to do. And the ones that are doing it typically every year are the Gonzagas, and that's about it. The other teams, like a Loyola, they just kind of ride a momentum kind of thing. But with the pressure on them, it's harder to do. You want to not be the hunter. You don't want to be the hunted. You want to be the hunter. And I think they're the hunter.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying there. No, and just to make it to the Sweet 16, being from Nevada, being here, that's great for us. I mean, that's an accomplishment for us making it there. So I don't think we're expecting to make it to the Final Four. Nobody over here is looking for them to make it to the Final Four. We're just happy that we have UNLV and Nevada right now looking pretty well out there. So we'll take it how it comes.
If you could go see a Nevada game, I would highly recommend.
I know that's a nice little 8-hour car ride though to drive all the way down to Reno. I might have to do it to go check out these Wolfpack.
I would definitely do that.
But let's talk about long rides before you get up out of here, man. What's up with your man Tekashi 6ix9ine? Why even call him Yo Man? What's going on with the New York police, man? Why they want to lock everybody up?
Well, the thing is, this is a Fed case. This is not the New York Police Department. Tekashi's unfortunately someone that is not King Ray, you listen to rap, you know the business. Nowadays, people are telling on themselves, and that's a problem. You look at in Philadelphia, AR Ab is a prime example of that. AR Ab is in prison right now because of his inability to shut up when he raps. You look at Tekashi, another problematic guy that feels the need to talk about everything he does on the internet. I mean, plus you look at his entourage. His entourages get you in trouble, people. Let me make that clear. You can't just go around in middle America and different areas and just beat people up and pull guns on people. Eventually they're going to come at you and deal with it. And listen, the feds don't come at you if they don't have a case. I'll be honest, I don't know if we'll see Tekashi for a long time. It's very rare the feds will miss a case. He basically told it himself, unfortunately. He should have listened to the older people in the business, the Fat Joes of the world, to try to tell him, hey, you gotta tone it down a little bit. I get you want to be in the streets, but there's only a few things that happen in the streets. You either die, go to jail, or don't do much. You have to, if you're going to leave that area and you want to go do something else, you have to leave. And you look at a guy like Meek Mill, he was able to do that. You look at a guy like AR Ab, he wasn't. So I feel bad because I think Tekashi's very misunderstood, but he's going to have to deal with his problems at this point.
Yeah, just like from watching videos and watching stuff, that he's a pretty cool kid, you know what I mean? But I watched him when he first came out early on, too. He was the one getting picked on, and then he turned into the bully. But feds don't play, man. I mean, I'm from the streets. I'm from the bottom. I know when the feds got a case on you, the feds got enough on you where they don't need no witnesses. No. They don't need nothing. They got enough to lock your ass up and put you away for a long time. But my situation with his was, they're saying they're putting him in jail because he's about to have a hit on his life for going to the casino. So Tekashi knew for a long time the feds was watching him. He knew the feds was on him. That's why he fired everybody, trying to change his image. A little too late for that. And it's really no snitching. Everybody say you don't snitch, you don't snitch. Feds don't care if you snitch or not because they got enough evidence already to build a case. So he's going to get some time. But what I'm saying by the New York police, I'm not meaning New York by police, but I'm saying we watched Tekashi go to jail. You just brought up AR Ab. We watched Max B go to jail, be locked down. You watched Bobby Smurder go away. That doesn't really happen too much for us in the West Coast. It seems like that's a key thing over there in the East Coast with you guys. Like the eyeballs are always on you guys. Do your guys as rappers know that they're always under the spotlight? Like, because we don't really see that over here on the East Coast.
I think East Coast rappers almost feel that they're inept to be caught. They're not going to ever get caught. Tekashi's a prime example. I mean, everything he does is out in the open, and he raps about. You listen to his music; it's not difficult. And it's funny because it's not funny, but if you read the AR Ab indictment, it clearly states in the indictment he's in his music. We read it and saw it in his music. He posted videos. All this stuff is used by the federal government to get you. And you look at Tekashi, his charges are RICO. That's basically the Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act, where basically that's how they put mob guys away. That's how they put corrupt criminal organizations away. And they're basically saying he was the head of a criminal organization that basically went around, beat people up, robbed people. Basically, he was the leader of a gang. That's basically what they're saying. That's what they hit you with now. If you're in a gang, it's a RICO Act. You don't get out. It's kind of like a kingpin kind of thing a lot of the time. They have to stop rapping about this stuff. They need to stay away from the streets and stay away from the streets. Jay-Z, they talk about him selling crack when he was younger. But that's when he was younger. He doesn't do it anymore. You have to be able to leave the streets alone. And if you can't do that, you're not going to be around very long. I'll liken it to basketball real quick before I go. Dion Waiters is a prime example. Dion Waiters has millions of dollars. Why is his brother still living in Philadelphia? His brother was murdered last year. And you look at people like that. Why can't they get their family and get them out of there? You cannot. People get jealous. People have a crab in a barrel way of thinking. They don't want to see other people successful, and they'll do anything to bring you down. This case, though, is really just about a guy that didn't know when to shut up and just kept talking about it.
Yeah, just too much, man. He was, like I said, the Fat Joe interview, Fat Joe told him the feds was watching you, but then you got guys like 50 Cent. You got guys like 50 Cent who he look up to and is telling him, man, do you. And now look at him, man. You in jail, you in the feds, you in the pen. Where 50 at? Out here talking about still get the strap, still making references and jokes about it. So it's all about the company you keep, leaving the environment, man, changing your atmosphere, man. If you want to do better, for yourself. Sometimes you guys got to get away. You got to step away and find and do you. He should have left. He should have left that area up there. He should have got out of New York.
But Rail, the problem with Tekashi is he's very he has to have he almost feels like he has to be a part of something. Like he can't leave that alone because when he needed it, they were there for him. And I think he just wasn't want to leave alone because he knows that that's what sells nowadays. People like that kind of stuff. But you have to get into the mindset of, does this make me money? Yes. Okay, well, does it long-term going to make me money if I keep acting like this? If I go to jail, I'm not going to make any money. So some of these people can leave that alone, and some of them can't. If you're Arab, why are you still selling drugs in Philadelphia? I mean, you're making money from baby. You're going to get signed. You got to leave that crap alone, man. It breeds just contempt, and it breeds bad things happening to you.
Why would you be on DJ Vlad telling your whole how you got the plug and how you went? That's just the most dumbest shit in the world to me.
Because listen, man, people think that if you, let me tell you this, and I think you will know this. If you're a real one, you don't have to say you are.
You ain't got to tell nobody. People ain't got to tell nobody nothing.
When you walk down the street, people just know. Okay, and that's how it works. And guys like Arab, unfortunately, they put themselves in that predicament. If he would have just shut up, there are so many people that have gotten rich in the hood. Marvin Harrison, do you know who Marvin Harrison is?
Yep, that's Colts.
Played for the Colts. Do you know that in Philadelphia, he is one of the most feared individuals on the street?
I did not know that.
He is. He's an extremely dangerous human being. Look it up. But nobody knows it because he doesn't talk. He just takes care of business.
Murder? It wasn't like a murder he's getting investigated
He's been involved
for. That's kind of like
murder investigations. Yes, and he got off of all of them. You know why? Because no one has any evidence on him. That's why. He's smart. I'm telling you, those are the kind of guys you don't fuck with. The John Gottis of the world and the Tekashis. Unfortunately, they're the ones that put them away themselves.
You say you see Marvin Harrison, you buy Omar coming. Everybody get the hell up out of there.
No, listen, that is a great point. He is Omar Little. That is exactly what Marvin Harrison is. He's a feared person in Philadelphia. Look him up. Seriously. The former receiver of the Colts. He's a dangerous person. I'm telling you.
Thank you for tuning in, big man. I don't want to take up all your time. Get back to the rest of this cap. And anything you want to let the people know, any plays you got coming up, you may want to drop them off.
I'll tell you what,
NBA,
man. I'll tell you what. I really enjoyed this, man. I really did. We'll have to do it again sometime. I thank everyone for giving me a chance. I know there's people out there that hate my guts, but give it a shot. No, I'm not that bad. You see that. I'll tell you what.
Good guy, man. You chill with me. This was fun as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Listen, here's one thing I'll throw out to you guys. Iowa, okay, the Big Ten, they're playing Alabama State. I have a system where I fade SWAC teams, not in a tournament. No tournaments involved. This is not a tournament game. I think Iowa kills Alabama State tonight. Put it that way. So maybe take a shot.
Iowa.
Yeah, I could see them really destroying Alabama State. But other than that, my friend, enjoy your night and have a great holiday, all right?
You too, man. Have a happy Thanksgiving with you and your family. Thank you again. And anytime you want to be a part of the show, you want to come on here and talk some shit, man, this platform is always open to you, man. Thank you once again for blessing us with your greatness, with your plays, and just your personality and persona. Thank you once again, big man.
Thank you, my friend. Cheers. Have a great holiday.
You too, brother. Well, that was fun, everybody, man. We had Big Man out here. Who would have thought we would have had Big Man come join us on King's Court today, man? I know we kind of veered away from our normal path or away we cap games, but that was epic right there, man. You guys got to give a man a shout out, man. Give him a round of applause. Straight gentleman came on here, and you guys seen the back and forth between us at times. But, man, you know what? When you sit down and talk sports with somebody and somebody who likes sports and they know it, it's easy to have a conversation with men. You never know what a person is or where they come from until you actually sit down and talk to them. And you never know, like, hey, man, I actually like this guy. We actually cool. We actually come from the same walk of life. You never know until you have a conversation with guys, man. So it's Thanksgiving. I'm thankful to have him come on here and do the show. I'm thankful for SBR blessing us for doing the show like this. And now I went for my host, Jmoney, to come on in here and join us and let's knock this NBA card out. Got a couple minutes before these next few games start. So let's get on it real quick with what I got going on, man. The games come on. I'm on Nuggets. I did jump on Nuggets plus 1.5. Only got a couple minutes. So I'm going to let you guys know what I did grab for these games getting ready to tip off. I did have the Raptors first quarter because you guys are on low bag chat. You guys did get that first quarter Raptors, and that's one of my bets I was really, really high on. My man Jmoney in here right now, and I know me and Jmoney both on the Suns. So, Jmoney, thank you for being a great co-host. Thank you for being a great human being and allowing me, a big man, to do that. But welcome you to your normal platform, your show. Take it away, brother. What you got?
What's up, y'all? Yeah, hey, if y'all want to hop on it, man, I'm on the Nuggets, bro. The game finna start. I know we couldn't get to too many plays, but I'm on the Nuggets, man. It ain't too many that y'all can go ahead and hop on, but that's one y'all can hop on real quick. We on the Bucks too. Me and Real, we on the Bucks. We got it at -6, but I mean 7.5. I don't know, maybe buy down a point, maybe to 6.5. I still like it at 6.5. But we on the Bucks and the Nuggets, man. I think both of us on these two.
What you doing on that Laker game?
You see on the Lakers? Oh, I took the Cavs, bro. I had to take the Cavs with the points. I mean, we know the Lakers could come and blow them out, but I just feel like this is a spot where, sure, point saving LeBron, shit, he might even let Cleveland sneak inside the number. He might tell his boys, hey, look, man, go bet on the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna win by like 8 or 9 points or something, man. We're going to let them cover that 9.5. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let them keep it close, and we're just going to barely win. That's all they want is a dub. They don't need to blow them out, man. I like the Cavs plus the points to play. You know what I'm saying? I like them to keep up with the Lakers today, and I like it for it to go over, too, to 221.
You know what? I was over in that game, and I was taking the Cavs, too. I did jump on the Cavs first half, though. That's the play I did make on the Cavaliers first half. But my question about the Cavs game was, you think LeBron want to go in there and kill the owner? Not so much the players, but the owner, after what they came out lately about the reason why he left was because Kyrie was traded. Like, he didn't want Kyrie gone, period. So he may come in there and just smack their ass just because.
Yeah, I mean, he could come out, and like I say, it would have to be something that would motivate them to say, hey, look, we really want to blow them out. But the Lakers haven't been blowing teams out, man, especially on the road. I mean, just look at how many times they just beat a team by double digits, especially on the road. So, I mean, I know the Cavs are a weak team, but, I mean, I feel like the Cavs will really get up for this game. I mean, they still have players. We're not asking them to win the game. We're just asking them to keep it within double digits. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to take them plus the 9.5 in this spot. If it lose, hey, it just lose. The Lakers just come and blow them out. Obviously, the Lakers are the better team, but I just feel like they won't totally get up for this game like the Cavs will. They know that the Cavs are 2-13. He can want to come in there and blow them out all they want. Nance and Clarkson still has something to show to the Lakers, who traded them away to the Cavs. So, I mean, when you have little bitty edges like that, I got to take the Cavs. And I'm sorry, they still got to. I mean, their team isn't just nice, but, I mean, they still got NBA players over there. I'm sorry. They keep it nice against the Lakers, who don't really play good defense. I think it's going to go over, and I think the Cavs sneak inside the number.
Next one for you real quick, Jmoney, that you want to run right now, man. Pistons, Rockets. Thoughts on that, man?
I didn't make a play on this game. You know what I'm saying? I can't recommend anything on this game. Me personally, I feel like Detroit, they play good enough defense to keep this game tight. You know what I'm saying? If I was to recommend anything, I would say take Detroit plus the points for the simple fact that I don't think Houston will totally get up for this game. They've been beating a bunch of real good teams lately. And then Detroit's coming into the house. They're laying 9 points. I'm not ready to lay 9 points with pretty much a shorthanded Houston team. I mean, if people want to lay the points, they can. I'm not saying that Houston is not going to win or going to cover the spread, but I didn't make a bet. If I did take one, it would have to be on Detroit in this game.
On Rockets first quarter, I'm taking it right now. Rockets first quarter -3 actually, and I really want first quarter, but I'm gonna stay off of it. But I am jumping on Rockets first quarter -3. That's the only play I really have on this game. If I was to jump on this game full game, it will be me grabbing the Pistons in this position right now with the +9. I mean, I granted the Raptors have got their defensive coach back, the guy they should have never let go in the first place. They brought him back in here to the fold. Now he's back. But like we've seen, Casey coaches defense. And, you know, he gets these Pistons up. They just came in there and beat the Raptors last time. They should be able to come up here and compete with this Houston Rockets team tonight. Even though the Rockets are rested. That's the only thing that worries me. It's a rested Rockets team who's already dealing with injuries. Now they had time to sit back and all gel together. I would take the Pistons plus the 9, but it's not a play for me. Right now, my play is just the Rockets first quarter -3.
Right. Yeah. Now that's a tough game for me. With all these games today, I quit forcing myself to make a bet on every game. So with this one, I just pretty much stayed away from it. But for some reason, I feel like the Pistons will keep it close in this game.
Yeah, then another game going halftime. I went on halftime. You on the Hornets today too, right? Or did you jump on Pacers?
No, I didn't have a bet on their game at all. I didn't bet anything in their game. It looked like it's gonna fly over the total at 60 to 68 at halftime. But no, I didn't touch anything. If I would have bet, I probably would have bet the Hornets in this one, especially with that Oladipo. I don't know why I didn't hop on it, seeing that Charlotte was so hot. And I know Indiana won the last game with that Oladipo, but that's not something that they're gonna do a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm really kicking myself for not taking Charlotte in this fight, and I actually might have to hop on them second half. This game should get worse. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Pacers are going to be able to keep it close in this game. The Hornets already up by 8 at halftime. It should get worse in this game.
Yeah, I'm looking at this halftime game right now, and it's just even. It's Hornets at even, or Pacers at -120. Give me the Hornets at even money right now. I'm gonna jump on them right now. I'm grabbing the Hornets second half at even. I know yesterday I got burnt on the second half with the goddamn was it the Raptors or somewhere we took second half -1, but I think the Hornets in the key position right now, man. They feeling good, man. They playing great ball over there. They loving how they playing. They gelling real well. And we hear news about the Hornets trying to go after Bradley Beal. I doubt that's going to happen. Same division, making trades, but I heard they're making a strong push for him.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, the Hornets, they already got a good team. They really got a bunch of guards. If they add anybody, I feel like it should be a big man. They got guards, but I mean, like you say, if they are trying to add building, they're gonna have to trade a few pieces for that. So I mean, it could always. I feel like in today's NBA, you could never really have too many guards. So it's not totally impossible, but I don't see why there would be a bad fit for them. It just depends on who they would have to give up to get them. Because I kind of really, like where the Hornets team is already. I mean, they kind of are missing one big piece, but I just feel like if they had a real good big man, you know what I'm saying, then they would add a whole nother element to their game.
Yeah, and anybody want to know? I am on LA first half. -5.5. That is a play that I did take. I am rocking with it. I like it. I'm actually going to parlay that with the I already have it by myself, but I'm taking it again. I'm parlaying that LA first half with the Hornets second half at 15 even. At even money. And it pays out 115. So hey, I'll do it. My little small little parlay bet for that one right there. What else? What did you have though, Jmoney, in the earlier games that you want to get it out? I know our schedule a little different today, but shit, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games left on our thing, so we can take as much time as we need to break these down and get it out. But anything you did take that's looking good right now for you?
Yeah, on those first 4 early games, I didn't really take anything. I took that New Orleans money line. I had got it when it was like plus 160. It had started coming all the way down, but I mean they down by 10 right now at the halftime. I didn't even take the points with that one. I just went ahead and took the money line. So that's really the only thing that I took in those early games. I wish I had took the under in that Boston game, but I couldn't pull the trigger for the simple fact the way that the Knicks been scoring so many points lately. But I mean, my main games, man, I need the Suns, I need the Nuggets, and I need the Bucks, man. So those are my
so
my
Pelicans. Pelicans money line. I grabbed them too. I think I got them at what plus 155 or plus 145, somewhere around there, plus 140. I know it's in that realm. I'll pull it back up. But my question is, they down by 10. They -1.5 second half. We both on the money line for them. I don't see this Philadelphia blowing them out. Actually, Pelicans are a better second half team. They play better from behind in the second half than they do any other time. Do you promote that? Is that something you will look at, or you just gonna rock out with your money line?
Yeah, I hadn't really got to see the way the game has been played. Like you say, I am going for them to win straight up. So I probably will hop on them second half, but I wouldn't endorse it. I wouldn't endorse you guys to take it, but I am probably about to take the Pelicans -1.5 along with the Hornets in the second half.
Yeah, I just made that bet, brother. Let's touch the chat, man. What's up, everybody in chat? Sorry, and highlight everybody earlier in here. What's up, Nolly Knows? Hey, Nolly Knows, I definitely want to highlight you, man. I think you'll make a great fit to Cap Nation Sports, bro. So I've been checking you out. I know you're on your college shit. So, man, maybe hit me up on Twitter, man. We want to add you to the group, man. Good guy, man. Come fuck with us. Come fuck with the Cap Nation. I want to say Money Gang so bad, Jmoney, but I know we ain't Money Gang no more. But I want to scream out Money Gang Sports so much, bro. But no. Hey, what's up, Crypto King, Ron? Big man in the chat too. What's up, big man again? He said he like OKC a lot. Let's jump on the OKC game. Matter of fact, man, we can jump on down and scroll on down to the OKC and the Thunder game if you want to. You got anything on that?
No, I don't have anything on that game, man. I mean, I know the Warriors had lost 3 straight and pretty much, 4 straight in forever, but they are coming in off a 3-game losing streak. And I think that's pretty much their first time under Kerr. So, I mean, this is a tough game because OKC, before their last 2 losses, they were balling, bro, but they just don't play enough defense. They don't play lockdown defense for me. So the Warriors are going to be in a circle the wagon mode tonight. I don't care if Green and Curry is out. You know what I'm saying? They're going at home, bro. The Warriors, that's a whole nother type of beast. So I couldn't mess with the game, but if I had to recommend some, I would have to lean to the Warriors at home. When do you ever see the Warriors at home -1? You know what I'm saying? I know they're struggling right now, but damn, bro, I don't see how you can stay away from the Warriors. I'm sure that's the way everybody's thinking, but I mean, the Sharps are harping on OKC in this game, but it's hard to fade the Warriors at home. I mean, that crowd gonna be into it tonight, but it's gonna be tough for them to lose 4 in a row.
Is the fact they don't have no Noel, no Bonds, and no Robinson. You know what I mean? Robinson and Bonds, that's the OKC's defense right there. That's their defensive identity right there. I know KD and Westbrook will go back and forth. It's just so very hard for me to fade Golden State at home, and especially if I'm basically getting them at a pick 'em. I mean, I'm getting them at a pick 'em. No Green there, Clay there, like you said. They got Iggy starting that point. I like when Iggy starts that point. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that Golden State play better ball when Iggy is playing the point guard role. I like him. I like it right there. So you're looking at Iggy, Clay, and Durant. I'm not concerned about the point guard, shooting guard, or small forwards for Golden State. What concerns me is they power forward, they bigs. With no Green out there, you already no Cousins out there. We ain't seen Cousins, period. But I heard he's close to coming back. No McKinney he's still out. I'm just concerned about the bigs. I mean, Steven Adams and Grant, even though he's a game time decision, could actually cause some havoc against this Golden State team if they're allowed to. I don't know if you have any thoughts on those two.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at the game, I know OKC be scoring a lot of points and they don't really play defense, but they have the potential to play D. I might look at the under in this game, man. Go to State. Obviously, they're not the same offense at all. Like you say, even if Iguodala is running the point, he doesn't really just push the pace like that. That's going to make the game even more methodical. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when you don't have Curry in there, Golden State is just an under team because they're going to play defense. You think about when they put Looney and the rest of their bigs in there pretty much when they have to fill in the starters like Jordan Bell and play people like that. They're not good offensively, but they're great defensively. So that definitely helps out the under. I mean, this should be a pretty tight game. I like the under in this game, man.
Yeah, and I'll say that Draymond said, "We won without you, we'll win without you again." And that's funny, man. Green talks so much shit, though, man. Green gonna find himself out the league. Like he gonna be one of the people that just disappear out the league. They never retire. You just forget about them. You know, like a Cedric Ceballos type player where he was good and you just like forget about him later on. He just gone. You somebody bring up that name. You like, remember Cedric Ceballos? You like, damn, what happened to Cedric Ceballos? I mean, that's how Green gonna be if he keep it up with his mouth, though. He gonna be out that league real soon, real fast. But no, I hear you there, man. With the under, I just don't like taking. I told you with me when it comes to unders in games, it's something I just don't do. The last game of the night, if it's a high profile game, heading into a key night, maybe a Friday night or a Saturday night. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Heading into these games where NBA has no games. NBA makes its money off of what? Baskets and points, the highlights. Why is this game the last game of the night? For a reason. You know what I mean? They wanted this to be, they didn't expect the injuries to be here, but they expected this to be a high tempo, upscore. I mean, a fast pace, a good game. KD versus Westbrook. They both are in. I don't know. I don't bet player props, but if I had player props, the option to bet, I would take a KD and a Westbrook over prop for points wise, depending on what it is. You know what I mean? I see them both scoring over 30 points tonight. Even Westbrook coming off an injury. I look more into that aspect of it than I actually would take it aside or a total. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I would. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, Westbrook, he coming off an injury, but this isn't his first game off the injury. This is his second game. So that game against the Kings, I'm talking about, bro, he looked so rusty. It didn't make no sense, man. A few of those threes he shot, man, was just like, come on, man. I'm a basketball player, and it was just terrible. He was just super rusty, but he got that run in. You know what I'm saying? So this game, like you say, he should come back. I mean, I would definitely look at Westbrook points totals over. You know what I'm saying? Assists and rebounds because they need him, and he is gonna get out and push the pace. That's the only thing that hurts his game. It would be a lovely under if Westbrook was out or whatever. But I mean, then you still got Schroeder in there too. I mean, they can ball too. And if Paul George, for some reason, he always brings it when he plays California teams. I mean, he did the other night playing the Kings, but some tells me OKC might. I mean, they've been playing good ball. They lost their last two, which against the game against the Kings, they could have been looking ahead to this one. But Golden State is just in so much of a funk right now. It's hard to take them. I know even at home, that's probably why they're -1 at home. You never see that, but the line is actually flipped to OKC. They're the favorite now, so it's just a tough game, man. I stayed all the way off of it. I didn't make a bet at all on this one, but actually, now that we're talking about it, I actually would probably lean more to OKC for the simple fact that they got Westbrook back and he got one game under his belt off the injury.
OKC in this spot too. I just don't want to play the Golden State team that you said we lost. They lost 3 in a row. We don't see this from this ball club right here, this team right here. And they another team and they have to make some trades and pick up another piece. They need to go pick up a big. They have no bigs. They have no big bodies out there. They're just a small team out there, and they're gonna get beat playing that small team, especially with the Lakers. I'm not saying Lakers are competing for a championship, but they got Chandler over there, and they got what's the name who was there last year? I can't think of McGee. They have some bigs over there for LA. A lot of these teams got bigs. They need a big over there. Let's move on to another game, man. Are you seeing this Boston right now? Boston gets throttled by the Knicks. I'm looking for this in-play Boston line. I might have to jump on Boston in-play at 240 or +6.5. Man, I think they come back on these Knicks team right now. It's early in the second quarter. I think Boston's +6 or +8.5 might be a play.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot believe that they're down by 17 right now. Especially, I mean, we thought Boston was gonna get it done versus Charlotte. I mean, which we know Charlotte's a good team. Kemba Walker had a good night. He been real hot lately. But damn, bro, I mean, come on, you come back home and then you face the Knicks at home and it total circle the wagon spot. I mean, and then you favor by 14. Even the lines makers think that you're gonna blow them out. Y'all down by 20 right now. I don't know, man. Boston should come back. If I was to bet anything, I would just go ahead and take them on the money line. But I'm definitely gonna look at them second half. But I don't know, man. I mean, we know that New York comes out played real fast. If you had New York first half on the money line, you did real good.
They're on the back-to-back, Jmoney. I didn't expect this.
Yeah. Who would have expected this, bro? You be taking Knicks money line. Somebody told me that they accidentally took Knicks money line plus 1,000, and he did that on accident. But I guarantee you, he look real nice right now.
Yeah, I wish I actually fall into me $1 million hole right now. I wish I accidentally find me a leprechaun. You know what I mean? Some shit, you know what I mean? Like, accidentally my ass. You took it and thought about it afterwards. But I heard somebody on low back earlier say they took the Knicks money line too. Man, the Knicks is up by 22 points. God damn, bro.
Right.
I might have to take the Knicks.
Right, you know? Exactly. Yeah, but we know Boston gonna come back in the second half. We just don't know what you can get. But like you say, if you get them maybe somewhere around +8.5, that might not be a bad bet. I mean, or Boston third quarter. The Boston third quarter will be a slaughter. I can tell you this for now. When they come out of halftime, they will win that third quarter by more than 10 points. I can almost guarantee you that, bro. So I mean, it depends on how bad this lead will be, how much they're down at halftime. But I mean, nothing is a guarantee, but bro, come on now, Brad Stevens, he gonna cook up some stuff, and they're gonna come out locking down in the third quarter. So it's be interesting to see what Boston third quarter line is.
Yeah, Crypto King said he agreed with you too on that Golden State game, bro. Golden State beat OKC 108-100 in their first matchup this year. He liked the under too, he said. So he supports your under on there. And then this next game we got a couple more games getting ready to pop off. We got one getting ready to jump off in a little bit. I know we got some time. LA is up right now. I hope they cash this first half for me. And speaking for the Rockets right now, they're letting the Pistons. Well, they came back. Pistons was getting their ass, but the Bucks is in that Blazers ass like we thought. Blazers got heavy legs tonight. They had more of a challenge than they thought they would have last night against the Knicks. So they playing with real heavy legs tonight over there in Milwaukee. You know what I mean? So Milwaukee may beat these Blazers by 21, 22 points tonight just because of the heavy legs and the way they set up, the way they match up, or Don't get me twisted. I think the Blazers right now are the best team in the West Coast. That's my personal opinion. Blazers #1, and I put Grizzlies at #2. At the best two teams in the West Coast right now, if you ask me, the way they style of play and the way they're playing and winning games. But let's touch on Grizzlies Spurs. You got to play on that, Jmoney?
Yeah, I got to play on it, man. I'm on the Spurs. I know the Memphis been playing real good lately, and which everybody can admit, bro. Most of the times y'all in Grizzlies, most of the time you're going to be on them at home. I'm not saying they've won 2 on the road, too. They went into Milwaukee and beat them, which that was a damn good win, to be honest with you. And then they went to Minnesota, which Minnesota's pretty much riding high. You know what I'm saying? I was riding Minnesota every game after they traded Buller. I was riding, they cashed the first 2 and then they lost that one. But they 4-0 the last 4, but I mean the Spurs for some reason they can play Memphis style of ball better than them, man. The Spurs always play Memphis tough. They didn't beat them the last 6 times, man. So I'm on the Spurs in spite, especially if it was in Memphis, then I probably wouldn't be betting it. But in San Antonio and just -2.5, I had to take it, man. I know Memphis is hot, but San Antonio knows how to play their game better than them. So I mean I'm riding with San Antonio -2.5 in this spot.
I'm with you too. I'm definitely on too. I think this is a spot for the Spurs tonight. If the Grizzlies were at home, I would jump on the Grizzlies. But on the road, it's an auto fade for me. Certain teams I just auto fade on the road, and I'm definitely fading these Grizzlies tonight. The Spurs, man, I don't know what's up with the Spurs. Like they play great ball, but when they got hit that little roll stretch they just had, it looked horrible. Man, they're back at home right now, so I expect them to prevail tonight. At least cover this small 2.5.
Yeah, exactly. Last time they were at home, they played a damn good game against the Warriors. I mean, I know the Warriors. Everybody has to kick the Warriors right now while they're down. You know what I'm saying? Because Warriors been busting everybody else's ass. So while they got Curry out and all this drama and mess going on, you gotta blow them out. That's why I feel like OKC gonna come in because OKC didn't beat them even when they had all their players. So I mean, it's gonna be tough to see. I'm definitely gonna be tuned into that OKC game just to see how both teams play. But I mean, the Warriors just they out of a funk right now, bro. I don't think I could bet the Warriors right now. I just couldn't. I know I took them against the Mavs, and then they were up in their game and let the Mavs come back or whatever. But it's just tough right now. I don't see how you put money on the Warriors, but I'm definitely on the Spurs to bounce back in this spot. Coming off that loss, just gave up 140 points to New Orleans, man. It ain't happening tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there on that Spurs. And another team I'm on. I know you you like to watch games and back-to-backs. You're high on that. I love the fact that you cap that type of way. You expect current matchups and stuff like that. Nets tonight to me. I'm on Nets again. I had them last night on the money line. I know you had them yesterday as well. I'm on them again tonight in the money line. I think Nets win the game against the Mavs tonight. I don't see how the Mavs beat this team. The Nets are healthy. They're missing their star player, but they're playing better ball now than everybody else is in the lineup. LeVert was there doing his thing, but if I'm correct, didn't LeVert get hurt last year and they played cool ball when LeVert was gone when it was all over there? They got Carroll and everybody else back over there. I like Nets tonight, man, to cover this Mavs team, to beat and cover.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm gonna be honest with you, real like you say, capping them back to backs. Obviously, that was a pretty good effort from them last night, beating the Miami team. It was a hard-fought game pretty much all game. Miami had even came back and took the lead. It got about like 6 points in the fourth quarter. And like Miami was going to end up winning. Then the Nets, you know what I'm saying, they end up locking down the Heat, and he couldn't score against them and ended up winning. But that was a tough way to win yesterday, real. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Sharps are on the Nets in this game. I mean, the Sharps don't really mean anything, but they done drove this line from 7 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 whole points. Money just been dropped in on the Nets. So I mean, you could definitely be on the right side, but I mean, like you say, I live in Dallas. They giving Dirk the key to the city tonight, man. They coming off a loss at Memphis. Before that, the Mavs were won 4 in a row. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to talk anybody off the Nets, but the Mavs could be pretty they could play pretty inspired tonight. So they did have a few players that were injured or whatever in and out of lineup, but it looks like Barea is going to play, but they do have like Smith Jr. is going to play. I think Powell is out. And then they still have, and then Wesley Matthews is out too. So I mean, they have Wesley Matthews. He was one of their starters, but you never know, man. The Nets could have heavy legs tonight. I mean, that Miami to Dallas, it ain't a pushover.
Yeah, no, I hear you there. And when I capped it earlier, they had JJ sitting out, Powell sitting out, Smith was questionable. I mean, all 3 of those are questionable. Only person who's not playing is Powell tonight. But that still lets you know that I think Smith and they're playing with a sprained ankle. or something like that, and JJ in there playing with something too. So they both not 100%. And I'm pretty sure this Brooklyn team, no, they're not 100%. The Brooklyn has this win this year at mind state. They came in this year with a win. We want to win this year. And even though Chris is gone, man, I still think they still want to win this year. They have everybody healthy. They have the better defense than the Dallas Mavericks have. I know you in Dallas, but you don't think if Dirk did play tonight, it would have more, it would mean more just to get the keys to the seed than him not playing tonight?
Yeah, it would definitely mean more. I mean, like I said, I didn't make a bet on this game at any. I wouldn't take the Nets. I wouldn't take the Mavs in this game. It's just one that I had to stay away from. It could go either way. Like I say, if I was to take the Nets, I would just go ahead and take the money lines. I feel like if the Nets don't cover spread, then they're gonna win the game straight up. So I mean, I know that the thing that scared me is that the Mavs were playing so good before they lost to Memphis, and they still played a damn good game in Memphis at that, which they had a few key players out, and that's why I faded them. But, I mean, they were playing real good before they surprised the hell out of me. I was on them in that first game against OKC real big, and it seemed like they kind of sort of turned it around. I wasn't so sure about them against Chicago, ended up winning that game. Then they blew the dog shit out of the Jazz by about 50 points, and that's where it's like, bro, maybe they didn't turn it around or something. You know what I'm saying? So I know they lost to Memphis, but I don't know. I'm kind of scared of betting on or against his Mavs teams right now. I got to watch them a few more games before I get involved.
Yeah, they're kind of like a Suns team right now, and I know me and you both are on the Suns, and the Suns are looking A-OK right now for us against a Bulls team who's missing. I think they hold starting five right now. Everybody out for the Bulls. What, Levine out, Portis is out, Markkanen is out. They missing damn near that whole starting five. Well, Levine's playing tonight, but I'm saying they damn near had that whole starting five sitting out. So. Yeah, the Suns and the Mavs to me are coin flip team, just like the Knicks to me. I never know them to get from the Knicks unless I see the Knicks playing against a Cavaliers, Atlanta. But when they coming out against these good ball clubs and competing right now, man, I might have to go look into what you have been saying before about what Ski Prophet said before, about what Big Man said before about this Knicks team does have some talent. I don't see it, but I guess they do have fucking talent on the Knicks. I'm really have to go hop on this 2K and like go play with the Knicks a few games, bro, and get it right. You know what I mean? See, they really got some potential over there. But right. as for this Dallas team, man, you got your pulse on them, man. You in Dallas. I can't knock you on this spot. I mean, I agree with whatever you're saying. It's a coin flip to me. So I took the Nets plus 5.5, and I took them plus money line. I took a shot with it. I won with them last night. I put the same money back on them tonight. What I won from them last night, I put the same money back on them tonight. So if it cashes, hey, I double or triple my money. If it doesn't cash, and hey, I didn't really lose nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that one. I know we don't have too much time left, but I try to tell you, I mean, them Cavs, they didn't came out. I'm not saying, I know it's still early in the game, real. Now, I'm still going for you to win your first half bet on the Lakers, but I just had a funny feeling the Cavs going to try to keep it close tonight, man. They coming out making shots, making threes, playing defense. I mean, Sexton is locking up in the backcourt. As soon as they pass the ball in, Sexton in their face, and that's the type of player that Sexton is. A lot of people can talk about him, man, but I'm telling you, if he wasn't on the Cavs, he'll be looking a whole lot better right now. I'm not so quick to jump off the wagon of Sexton right now. I'm a fan of him. I've been a fan of him in Alabama. Some of them games they were winning, him hitting game-winning shots. I didn't even think he could do all that, man. So I'm a fan of Colin Sexton. I don't care what people say about him. If he wasn't on the Cavs, people would be raving about him, man. The Bucks looking good for us too. The Suns looking good, man. I need the Nuggets. We're gonna have a good night, man.
Yeah, no, I just want to let it cover this. I'm asking, cover the first half and go over. The over still may come in handy. I think LeBron gonna take over this game in a little bit. Like I said, I didn't expect LeBron to go drop 51 on the fucking Heat, but he did. So I don't know why he don't want to come to Cleveland and do the same thing. At least put up 40. As for Sexton, like I said, he's got a problem, bro. He got 33 turnovers and 36 assists in 15 games, bro. That's not a point guard stat. That's the shit that's John Wall's looking like right now, and the rest of them. You know what I mean, that's the bottom of the barrel right there. You know what I mean? How do you have 33 turnovers and what 7 steals and 36 assists in 15 games as a point guard? That's remarkable to me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he started all of those games. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's coming out the starter, and those are his proven numbers like against everybody. So I mean, he's just now been starting the last few games. And like I say, he on a sorry team, bro. Think about how many. We don't really have the stats in front of us, but how many of those passes that he didn't pass to somebody and they missed the shot. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stats be skewed, bro. Like, man, their team is just trash, but they don't really have shooters. Corbin have been playing. So I mean, I'm not just preaching for him, but I just feel like he's a better player than people have been saying. I mean, you got to look, he on a 2-13 team, and then people talking about his stats. So I know the turnovers don't look good at all, but like I say, he probably have way more assists if he was on a better team. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah, he telling me though. I know Powell's ruled out. Somebody saying don't take Nets real. Hey, young OG, I took him. I can't do nothing about it now, man. I already got my money on him. So you know what I mean? Shit. I said I'm gonna cross my fingers, put my head between my legs, and kiss my ass goodbye if it don't work out. But that's how it's gonna be. I mean, I'm on the Nets tonight. But hey, Jmoney, you gotta play on these Kings.
On the Kings, no. If anything, if I was to take anything in that game, it would be Jazz and under. I mean, I know that the Kings been playing real good, but they playing in Utah tonight. They like to push the pace, so they will kind of hurt the under. But I think Utah is gonna be in a spot where they're gonna want to blow the Kings out. The first game of the season, they were blowing the Kings out of the water, like 30-some points, and then the Kings end up coming back. But I think we see some of that same stuff that we saw in the first half. The Jazz can blow this team out if they want. All you gotta do is really lock up on Fox, man. I'm telling you, you lock up on Fox, you can shut the Kings down. Other teams, just for some reason, they can't do that. I think the Jazz have the recipe to beat the Kings. They're favored by 9.5 in this spot for a reason. I see Nolly Knows in the chat. He's saying watching the Minnesota game, Cash. Nolly Knows. Hit me up, man. I saw you was in Cali, bro. I love coming to Cali, bro. If it ain't too bad right now where you at in Long Beach, hit me up on Twitter, man. I'm glad you rolled with me on that Washington, Minnesota under.
Yeah, you know those in Long Beach. You know what I mean? I'm in Vegas. I'll make the road trip myself. I'll hop in the car and smack down there. Or I may hop on one of these little $20 buses and catch the shuttle down there. Come turn up with you and Dave LA down there too. You know what I mean? Have some fun. But real quick to Jmoney, I wanted to ask you, man. We got a big game. We've got a big slate of games on Friday. 15 games coming this Friday. If we look from today, say Thanksgiving, until next month, do you still see the Grizzlies being a top defensive team in a month from now? That's just a random ass question. You see the Grizzlies still playing this kind of defense next month around this time?
I'm gonna be honest. I do. I don't know if they'll be considered like in the top defensive because then you're throwing in other teams. Other teams can step up their defense too. So I don't know about top, but that's just the way that the Grizzlies play. You know what I'm saying? Last year when their team wasn't that good, they kind of sort of started going with the run and gun, kind of sort of a little bit when they were getting their younger players playing. But right now they got most of their core guys playing. I guess you could kind of say that. But that's just the type of, they got back to their old type of playing. You know what I'm saying? It's ground and pound. So you don't see games lined around 200 or like especially 199 anymore. But you look at the game tonight, and that's exactly where it's around. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I didn't bet the under. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it did go under. But sometimes the Spurs start hitting their threes and stuff, so it could go over. But I didn't mess with it. But I do feel like Memphis will just continue to play this same type of basketball the rest of the year.
Yeah, that was a lean from me at under 205. I didn't actually take it in that Memphis game. But, yeah, that was the question I wanted to know because I've been waiting for Memphis to kind of show us their old side. And they haven't showed it just so far yet, except for when they're on the road. And that was a team I've been iffy about. I've been wanting to, like, cap them ahead of time. I've been looking, like you say, look at my spots ahead of time. Look at their teams next 7 games or something. Mark that on my little calendar, put that on my phone so I get the update the day before, letting me know about stuff like that. You've helped me in that field. So I've been looking at Grizzlies future games. I've been looking at some Blazers future games, even Thunder future games. I've been checking out a lot of people, so I just want to know if they're going to have the same trends by next month this time. But I appreciate your insight on that. Before we get out of here, though, we do have some halftimes, man. We got Knicks and Celtics 65-49 at half. And the Raptors 55-44 over the Hawks at half. Any suggestions on any of these lines if you have them out?
Yeah, let me pull the lines up. That's what I was just going to ask you. What was that second half for that one? I had looked at it. I probably already bet too much for today, so I probably won't be putting in.
Matter of fact, too,
I'm gonna check it out though real quick.
I don't know if you heard Big Man Pick, but he did tell us to hop on Iowa tonight. That might be the play. He said Iowa should come out smashing. You on that as well? I like that. I like it as well. I was looking at it earlier to tell you the truth.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. On that one, the only reason why I don't really like it is because last year Iowa blew them out by like 40-some points. And Alabama State, even though they're absolutely terrible, they still have most of those same players from last year. They're a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, experienced from that same game. And so Iowa could easily look past them. I mean, that's a boatload of points. Iowa should blow them out, but some of these games you just have to look at who they're playing next. I don't know. I didn't look at who I was playing next, but I didn't play it. But you just never know. It's a whole lot of points. Sometimes these teams just barely win. I mean, we saw that with Minnesota yesterday, even though they came close to covering. They just didn't care in that game. They knew they were going to win. They were pretty much just going through the motions all game. Sometimes you'll have those games. So I'm not saying that happens here, but just remember, Alabama State probably remember that thrashing last year that they gave them. They could possibly keep it close, but I'm not trying to scare anybody away from it.
Question 2 for you. Virginia, first half -12 over Middle Tennessee. I mean, I know they got top defense. BMOC was just on here letting us know about their defense. You think 12 first half is too many points in any kind of game, first half?
Yeah, and it's hard to lay that many points when you play so slow like Virginia. It's hard to lay a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? Full game is a whole nother thing, but first half -12, yeah, that's pretty high, bro. Especially seeing how they play so slow. But Middle Tennessee State will pretty much kind of sort of play the same type of game as them. So it should be a relatively low scoring game. I don't think I can look at it in this game as under. So I don't really have anything a whole lot on this game, to be honest with you.
Got you. And let's go back to these college NBA games before we get up out of here. It's we don't work tomorrow, bro. We don't have no games. SBR ain't told me we don't work tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna let SBR know we don't have nothing to talk about tomorrow. It's turkey time. Hey, give us free tomorrow. Give us free.
Well, they got Boston. They got Boston. They not lines makers. They no dummies, but they got Boston -13 for second half.
They got Boston at what?
At -13 for the second half. They down by 16.
It's at 13 on my book. I mean, what's the total? I like the over. I like the over 106.5. I'm jumping on the over second half. Boston Knicks over 106. If Boston's gonna come back, it's gonna go over.
Yeah, because they gotta score a lot of points. They're gonna have to lock down, but they're gonna score a bunch of points too.
Yeah, I like the over 106. That's a bet I'm taking. Let me write that down right now too. So I'll put that on the side. What about this next game that we have that's on halftime as well, Jmoney? We have Raptors Hawks.
Raptors Hawks. Initially, I was thinking that the Hawks could possibly keep it close in this game. And seeing how usually if Atlanta keeps it close, then they're probably leading at halftime or it's at least close. So the fact that it said 11 makes me want to stay off of it. But I just feel like with no Leonard at the beginning of this game, I kind of wanted to take the Hawks. I mean, they hadn't seemed like they won in forever. They at home getting points. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one because, I mean, it's not large enough of a spread.
It's not either. It's only sitting at 7.5, and that kind of make me want to grab the Hawks second half plus the 1.5. Maybe the Hawks lose by 9 or 10. You know what I mean? But it's nothing I'm gonna touch. Total sitting at 110 right now. They scored 100 points. Well, 99 points to be in the first half. I'm off of that game. I'll in play it. You know what I mean? If I see something I like, I'll in play it. But Jmoney, man, that's it, bro. But see, like me, you did an hour by ourselves, man. We came in here and just banged some shit out real quick. Anything you want to drop them off for tomorrow? Because I know we don't have a show. But me and you can still come on if you want during the day. If you want to come on Twitter or something, me and you want to hop on and just talk some sports for a little bit, we can, bro. You know what I mean? It's up to you. Whatever your schedule looking like.
Yeah, I know the college basketball game I'm on tonight, the line has moved all the way down, but I took a shot with Utah State versus Arizona State. Both teams coming in undefeated. Utah State 5-0, Arizona State 4-0. But I just feel like Arizona State lost a bunch from last year. I mean, I know they've been winning and all, but they hadn't really been playing anybody big. This is going to be their first real test. I was actually on Cal State Fullerton against them in the first game of the season, and Cal State Fullerton almost beat them and went into overtime, but they still covered the 12 points. But I'm on Utah State in this game. I took the money line. I think they're going to win. So, I mean, it started out at 5.5. It's down to 2.5. I would maybe take a look at Auburn, too. Arizona, they played their hearts out their first game at Gonzaga last night. I don't see them keeping close with Auburn tonight. Auburn kept it close with Duke. You know what I'm saying? Auburn should run away with this when the line got shot up, but I would look at Auburn maybe like around 8.5. They should get it done in this one. And tomorrow I'm on the Redskins, man.
Well, those Hornets for us right now, we took on the second half, is looking real nice. They up 21, and the Pelicans, they only down by 2. If anybody tell me on that Rockets first quarter, sorry you did. They only won by 2. Now they're getting their ass handed to them right now, second quarter by the Pistons. But it is what it is. And yeah, Jmoney, whatever you on tomorrow, most likely in football, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm just telling the crew, I'm telling y'all on the football tomorrow, man. I really don't never bet Thanksgiving football. Don't know why I don't bet it. I just usually drunk by the time the game come on or whatever they do. I usually get drunk about 10 o'clock Thanksgiving morning. And that's usually my thing. My thing. While everybody else is cooking, the women cooking and everything else, I'm drunk by 10. But tomorrow, different Thanksgiving for me. Tomorrow, different Thanksgiving for me, man. Don't fat me around like that. It's just me. I'm going to go play some bingo at the casino, give me a buffet, do something like that. You know what I mean? Go turn up and go chill. You know what I mean? I'm going to have some fun. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody who watched the show tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. You heard my man, Jmoney, man. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. Hit him with the Twitter post again, Jmoney.
Yeah, y'all can follow me just like on the post, man. At Jmoney is money. It's JAY money is money, man. Y'all hop on the Redskins +7 with me tomorrow, man. Maybe even a small shot with the money line. I don't know if they'll win, but they definitely gonna keep it within a touchdown, bro. I'm on the Skins.
For sure. Skins too, actually. I can't really back Dallas, but I'm gonna have to dive into and actually cap and see about that running game because Zeke may go off. So hey, we're gonna be fun watching that. As for me, I'm King Real. I would like to thank my man Jmoney for coming on in on a short note. Without a short notice, we're doing half a show with me. Special shout out to Big Man on Campus, BMOC. Make sure you go follow him and Donnie. They do a show every day as well on SBR. Make sure you guys go follow them and thank Big Man for coming and being a part of the show, being a part of King's Court, and everybody who came and participated, his fans and new fans and our fans, man. Thank you guys for being respectful in the chat and being good guys in the chat, man, and showing him love back, man. I appreciate that. That was real. That show you what kind of guys we are, man. You guys are real respectful in the chat today, and I appreciate that from our fan base. Happy Thanksgiving, Jmoney. Time to go roll something, smoke something. You in the PS4?
Nah, I don't really play the games, man. My son, he be on it all day, but I don't really play the games, man. My time for that is over. I know I'm a youngster, but that's way in the past for me, man.
Hey, I was looking on the games in a long time, but tonight's my night. I'm about to hop on, man. I hopped on earlier with my boys, and we was playing some Call of Duty. So if y'all want to hit me, man, I'll be on some Call of Duty tonight on PS4. My name is Portland P. It's Portland underscores until you can't put no more, and then it's P. So Portland P. Basically, y'all follow me on PS4. I got Call of Duty. I got 2K. I'm about to go probably grab Madden in a minute. Whatever y'all want to do, y'all can get it. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving, a blessed Thanksgiving from me, Jmoney, from the whole Cap Nation Sports, and from SBR. We love you guys. Stay safe and win some money, man. Deuces.